Hello and welcome to step number 2 of the Kinky Twist Extensions hairstyle. In this step, I will be teaching you step by step how to do the Kinky Twist braiding technique. So first, to begin, I will show you how to actually prepare your braiding hair to give you your desired length and look. Next, you want to make sure that you have your appropriate section of hair parted, whether you're going to be doing small, medium, or large braids. And then I will be walking you step by step on how to do the Kinky Twist technique. Okay, so now I'm going to be showing you how to do the Kinky Twist braiding technique as well as walk you through the entire process. So first, you have to make sure that you've parted your appropriate amount of hair that you want as a size of your Kinky Twist, whether you're going to be doing small, medium, or large Kinky Twist. My twists are about the small to medium range, so I've parted accordingly. As you can see at the top of my head, I have one section of hair left here that needs to be braided. Make sure to use your rat tail comb to part as perfect of a square as you can so that all of your Kinky Twist braids look consistent. So once you've parted your hair, detangle with your wide tooth comb and use your clips to keep any hair out of the way. You want to go ahead and prepare your braiding hair. So in my hands, I have Kinky Twist braiding hair. I've just grabbed 2 locks to show you an example of how you want to prepare. When you are using Kinky Twist braiding hair, they're already pre-sectioned just like this. And what you want to do is cut in half if you want a short length. If you want a long length that goes past your shoulders, then leave the entire length. But my twists are short and it's required that I cut the hair in half. After you cut the hair in half, you're going to work on 1 lock at a time. And you're going to split it until you've disturbed away the curl pattern. What I mean by that is that you want it to look like kinky hair rather than an actual defined pattern of hair. So just continue to pull small pieces from the section to further divide it. So this is about right. If you want to divide more, you can, but this is enough dividing to make sure that it has that kinky texture for your look. Now you're going to work on 2 more locks and you're going to use this hair here to actually do your braid if you're doing the size braids that I have. If you want less hair, take a little bit off, but this is about the amount of hair you want to use to do your braid. So continue dividing the locks to get your desired fullness. So this is about 2 locks and a half, and what you want to do is go ahead and prepare this hair in your hands to begin doing your Kinky Twist braid. In order to do my braiding technique, you have to do the 1/3 and 2/3 rule when preparing your hair. You have to pinch 1/3 of the hair off from the rest of the hair, so that way you have a section of 1/3 of the hair you began with and 2/3 that you began with. You have to overlap the 1/3 hair over the 2/3 and bring those 2 pieces together. This gives you 3 equal legs of your braid as you see here. Then what you're going to do is pinch the hair with your dominant hand, which is my right hand with my 3 main fingers. And you're going to use your left hand to rest your finger through the opening of the hair and then to wrap your hands around the outside. This is how your hair positioned in your hands should look so far. After that, you're going to twirl your dominant hand underneath, which is my right hand. You're going to go in this direction and then you're going to insert your index finger through and you're going to pinch the hair between your index and your thumb. Your real hair will be fed in between your index and your thumb once you reach your scalp. So once we go up to my scalp, you want to grab all of the hair and you want to actually gather it in between your thumb and your pincher finger and begin braiding. Once you've done that, you can release your left hand and grab the hair that's over top of your fingers. And then flick your wrist to the right side to turn. And then insert your index finger through an available opening, which is here. So then you grab the hair with your right hand up top and flick your left wrist to the right, and then insert your finger through the opening and pinch the hair at the bottom. Once again, flick to the right, insert your index finger and pinch the hair at the bottom. You're going to keep doing this technique to do an individual braid. After you've braided your hair, you're going to make sure that the largest leg of your braid is in the middle so that you can divide it in half. And this is the largest because this is where my real hair was added. At that point, you're going to divide that middle leg in half. You're going to switch the halves across one another. Put them to both sides, and then continue to strand twisting. By dividing that hair in the middle of your leg, what that's doing is stopping any gap from the point of your braid to the point of your twist. If you do not divide that middle leg of the braid and cross them over, then you will have a space right there where the braid actually turns into a twist. This prevents that from happening. So continue to strand twisting all the way to the bottom, and you're going to snip any frayed ends to complete the twist. Just continue twisting until you literally can't twist anymore, and once there's no more room for you to overlap the hair, you will then use your scissors to barely snip the very ends. This is just to clean up the end of the twist so that when you curl it, all of the ends of your twist look neat. Now, if you snip too high up, say for instance if you cut all the way up here, you may cause your twist to unravel, so you just have to snip the very end where it's very frail. And now your kinky twist is finished. As you can see, by dividing that middle leg, it does not have a gaping hole, and it goes from a braid to a twist. In this step, I've walked you through the kinky twist process by teaching you how to do the kinky twist braiding technique. So just to preview, you have to make sure that you've parted your appropriate area of hair, because this is going to determine whether your twists are going to be small, medium, or large. After that, you want to make sure that you actually begin breaking up the pattern that's present in your kinky twist extensions. You want to do this by grabbing a couple of locks and cutting the hair in half if you want your twist to go to your shoulders or shorter, or leaving the length whole if you want your kinky twist to go past your shoulders. After you've broken up the present pattern in the hair, you're then going to configure the hair in your hands and do the braiding technique at your scalp. After you've passed your scalp, you have to divide the middle lock or the middle leg of the braid in half, overlap that half, and then continue twisting. This will prevent that gaping hole from when your braid actually turns into a twist, so that your kinky twist looks seamless. After that, you're going to trim the ends, and then we're going to continue on in the progression of the style. So now that you know how to actually do the kinky twist technique, in the very next step, step number 3, I'm going to be teaching you some hair care tips and tricks to keep your scalp and hair healthy and moisturized.